We spend a lot of times asking ourselves questions like, what do I want to do this year? Where do I want to go? What do I want to accomplish? Now, those are good questions, but for personal goals, there's a far more important one that we don't ask nearly enough. The question goes deeper. It speaks to identity, who you are at your core, not just what you produce, but how you show up. A mentor recently challenged me to focus less on what I do and more on who I want to become. And that conversation caused me to rethink how I set goals for the year. In the past, many of my goals were outcome based. How many people do I want to coach? How many workshops do I want to lead? How many online courses do I want to sell? Now, those goals aren't wrong, but here's the problem. While I can influence the outcomes by my activity, I can't fully control them. And when I didn't hit them, I noticed something unhealthy creeping in. I started to let results define me. And when the results weren't there, the internal dialogue got harsh. For most of my 30-year career as a fixed income trader, I had a simple daily objective: trade ethically and profitably so I could provide for my family. Now, like any trading desk, we kept score individually and collectively, which is necessary for risk management. When markets were active, things felt great. But when activity slowed and interest rates dropped, things completely that were out of my control, I started noticing my self talk on the drive home. I suck. And that story affected how I showed up with my family that night. One day, mid drive, I stopped myself and said out loud, wait a minute, did I do my best today? When I honestly reviewed my effort, the answer was yes. So if I did my best today, I don't suck. I wound up going home lighter, more present, and ready to be my best the next day, and that changed everything. I realized I needed a way to measure my day and myself that aligned with who I wanted to become and stay within my control. So while I continued to work hard professionally, I added a new daily goal: have at least one significant conversation where I help or encourage someone. It could be the CEO in the elevator. It could be a salesperson in a branch office, or even the security guard at the front desk. And here's the key: I could always control this. My drive home changed, my energy changed, and if I hadn't met the goal that day, I could still make a call before pulling in the driveway and achieve it. This year, instead of starting with outcomes, I'm starting with roles. At this stage in my life, professionally, I'm an executive coach. At home, I'm a husband, a father, a grandfather, and a son. In the community, I'm a neighbor, a friend, and church member. Then I asked, what kind of person do I want to become in each one of these roles? From there, I set goals that support identity, not ego. My identity-based goals this year: post 50 helpful videos on LinkedIn and YouTube, have 365 significant conversations, and write and mail 5 handwritten notes of encouragement. I break these down into monthly, weekly, and daily actions. Every one of them is controllable. And if I do these consistently, I trust the outcomes will take care of themselves. More importantly, I'll become a better version of the roles I care most about. So, what are your goals this year? Do they reflect who you want to be or something you want to achieve? If you're willing, share one or two below. It might give somebody else permission to rethink their own goals. And if you'd like help shifting from outcome-based goals to identity-based growth, feel free to reach out. I'd be glad to have a conversation.